Hi, my name is Miranda Bean, and I will be doing my presentation on exam question number 22, which deals with cognitive architecture and artificial agents. So first off, what is cognitive architecture? So first, and most importantly, cognitive architecture is a theory on the basic principles of cognition. So what are the different building blocks of cognitive architecture, how they fit together, what are the proposals for artificial agents and how do they work? And here you can see some examples of different softwares and programs that utilize this theory. Second, cognitive architecture is a software platform. So there are different models and programs and softwares that put this theory to practice. And third, cognitive architecture is a community of researchers. So it takes a bunch of different people to be able to make these models and softwares and programs. And there's also people who research, teach, lecture the theory itself. So now we're going to go in on the different types of artificial agents. The first one being the simple reflex agent. So the simple reflex agent is a direct link between sensory and effector systems. So basically an input-output system. So you have input from the environment, perception, and that in turn makes an output, which is the action. But this agent has something called production rules that determine the actions. So down here is an example. If condition C holds, then perform action A. So we can see this in our real life. So if somebody would throw a ball at you, your reflex would be put your hands up and catch it, hopefully. So it's a reflex. The second type of agent is called a goal-based agent. So as you can see over here at this diagram, it's a little bit more complex than the simple reflex agent. So instead of just being an input-output system, this agent is all based on consequences of the different actions that the system could make and how those actions correlate to the goals. So what it will be like if I do action A or action B, what do my actions do? Is it going to get me to my goal? And however, with this system, there's no learning, which is a disadvantage. And that brings us to our last system, the learning agent. So the learning agent has certain standards that it wants to meet up here, known as the performance standard. So just like the other two agents, there is perception from the environment, and the perception from the environment and this performance standard made by the creators both feed into what is known as the critic. And the critic detects mismatches between this sensory feedback and the performance standard, and then relays additional feedback to the learning environment. So because this agent has the ability to learn, it has the ability to perform experiments to find out which ways are going to be most efficient to get to the goal. So it takes the knowledge gained from these experiments and in turn tells the learning environment any changes to make to increase the efficiency. So this whole thing here is basically a bunch of feedback loops to get the agent to perform the actions that best suit the goals. And that is the conclusion of my presentation. Thank you.